Hi guys, you're wondering, I'm sitting on the toilet. You're wondering why I'm sitting on the toilet and making a video. Well, it's pretty simple. I'm getting sick and tired of people that's supposed to represent my community, myself, my state, my country, that's more about them and their pocketbooks and their power they can throw out at people than it is the people that voted. Or even the people that didn't vote. It doesn't matter. You're supposed to represent your community. So you can see how I think of it by sitting on the toilet. And, you know, last time I checked, you made a lot of promises. You've made ethical things that you're supposed to follow. You're supposed to represent the people of your district, your state, and your country. But how do you do that when you never talk to them? Or refuse to talk to them? Or even worse, hang up on them? I wonder how many of my representatives of Nebraska that has done this. I'm from the Capitol. You can figure out who my senators and House of Representatives is, because they don't care about the poor, the ill, the elderly, because they don't have time for you, not even to pick up a phone. Even if you make many emails, phone calls, whatever. But worst of all, why are my representatives protecting a bunch of pedophilers? And you know, the worst part is, first of all, they all have kids. They all have spouses. 2 of them have daughters. My question is, what happened to them that some old man got them recruited and basically intimidate and molested your children? Or how about your wife? Or how about you if you're female and you're a senator? What I don't understand, why are we protecting people? Oh, my guess is because they have money and power. And as we've heard, they are intimidating these young gals, even at a very young age. They're bullying them. They are threatening, following. But yet, why are we protecting them? I wish I could get an honest point of view from my senators and House of Representatives, which obviously they don't care because they're protecting them. How many thousands of females have been molested, raped, sexually trafficked, or whatever? And my representatives of Nebraska, why aren't you telling us why you're hiding that? My grandfather, Pearl Harbor survivor. My other grandfather, a Nebraska. Men of class. Men that did the right things. No doubt in my mind. That's why I'm sitting on this toilet calling bullshit. And I guess if you're hiding them, you have something to hide. That's what my grandparents always taught me. If you're hiding something, you're probably part of it. Real men, real fathers, real grandfathers would step up and protect these girls as it was their own. I want to know why they won't release the Epstein files and why they protect. Let me do some thinking about this. You know, it kind of sounds like a time back in our history when there was a certain organization that had money, power, control of their area, and They seem to own a lot of bed sheets and burning crosses for some reason. But they tortured and hid the truth, and they didn't care how they treated people. Do we have another organization kind of that way? Kind of looks that way. Hold all the power. Hide the truth. Let females get molested and raped and whatever. As a father of daughters and sons, I would say, thank God it didn't happen in my household, because there'd be nothing stopping me. Trust me, I'm pretty persistent. But I want to know why they're all hiding them. And as I call it, it's a bunch of crap. A whole lot of crap. And if you don't want to release these files, at least to our Congress, so they can do something about it, which I want to say there's parties crossing the lines of the Republicans. But most of all, this ain't even about a Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian. I don't care. It's about wrong. It's about hurting young people. It's about rape. Makes me think, being a good father as I am, I would be pissed as hell, and there'd be nothing that would stop me from trying to do the right thing. In fact, where I come from, farmers who are struggling because of this big tax breaks for the ultra-rich that are protecting pedophilers. Maybe they have their own secret society of crosses and lighter fluid and lighters and sheets, maybe. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if you have nothing to hide, why won't you release that to Congress? And that's why I'm sitting here. It's a bunch of shit. So as I get up out of the bathroom here, I want people to put this everywhere, because it's time for everybody to clean up their society and stop protecting the ultra-rich and let them get away with it. Justice is blind. I hear it from Congress, but obviously about 50% of them are hiding pedophiles. So, you know, to me, a good place to start, as you can tell, clothes and all, it's time to start cleaning up everything. And I don't care if your party's Democrat, I don't care if Republican, Independent, or any other thing. If you're hiding a pedophile, you're more guilty than they are. Last time I checked, we wanted to stop gangs. Gangs don't narc. Well, maybe you should be deported right along with the gang members that they're trying to deport. Or most of all, don't want to do anything. Maybe we should take a stand of fatherhood and vote these. I was going to use some curse words, but I'll just put it plainly. Conspiracies to child molestation. To me, since they're hiding it, maybe they should go to jail for hiding the evidence. Because last time I checked, if you're with a drug dealer and you hide the evidence and you get caught, you go to prison too. So maybe the people that are wanting to release these files are hiding evidence. Maybe they should go to prison right along with the sick individuals that are hiding the pedophiles. All I gotta say is, most people believe in some higher beings. I sure don't want to meet my maker knowing that I let little girls get hurt and hid all this information. Because at the end of the day, it's a bunch of bullshit. So, guys, start calling your senators, your House of Representatives, and demanding. And if they don't want to listen the first time, keep calling, keep writing, show up in their office, ask them why. Mine don't always like me, but guess what? Last time I checked, no one had to like me except myself. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people that I know that if you did it in their neighborhood, there's a lot of hogs around in this neck of the woods. And being politically correct, I have friends from all over the country. A lot of sand in Arizona and Nevada. A lot of hills in them woods. And you know what? I hate to say it. If you guys don't want to do something, you never know who will. I'd rather fight fire the right way and put it out there and force people to do the right thing. Including myself, I've done wrongs and I've fessed up to it. And you know what? When you hide it, you should go burn in hell. So, as I clean up, maybe the people that are hiding these files and the members that don't want these files to come out for, I don't know, white sheet reasons maybe. Maybe they don't have white sheets. Maybe they just have their own little powwows and nights of the meetings or whatever you want to call it. And don't worry, people. The powwow comment doesn't mean nothing except a great people of this world and country, as my wife has native in her. And you know what? One thing my grandfather told me, proud survivor of Pearl Harbor until he passed away, in that rural farmer that was born on the farm and died on the same farm, never lived anywhere else, said, do the right thing. If you screw up, own it. But when you cover it up, just like what I'm flushing down the toilet here in a minute, bunch of crap. And, you know, it's unfortunate that our rich and powerful could care less about these young, some disadvantaged girls at the time because of economic status or whatever reason. Don't even have to be that. But come on, guys. Being a father, having a daughter, I'm not saying you should let this out to the public, but there's no reason why our senators can't see what perverted MFers, trying to watch my language. That one's for you, Joe. But I want to make this video viral because I don't want to see kids hurt. And no one should be molested. I know way too many people. And if you know somebody that's been molested, you understand how rough their life will be the rest. It is rough and not fair. So, if my politicians don't want to do the right things, then guess what? I will fight tooth and nail for these girls because I'm not afraid to. And at the worst, they won't like me. Well, guess what? Don't like pedophiles anyhow. And I don't like people who cover for pedophiles. So, no love lost here. You're out. And please, guys and gals and everybody else, hey, show love to your neighbor, but force the hands of these cover-uppers and do the right thing. We have too much hate in this world. Love thy neighbor. Don't care who you are, unless you're a pedophile. But if you have nothing to hide, Congress, House of Representatives, or Senators, or whoever else. And I don't care if your name has a D, an R, an I, an L, or A through Z. You're guilty, you're guilty. So, I'd like to see a man that might have slept with one of these young girls step up, take some accountability, so we can get all the idiots and MFers where they should be. And I don't care who they are, what they are, how much money, how much power, they should burn in hell. And let me tell you, if you're going to hell for this, which you will someday, I would love to pour some lighter fluid to make it a little bigger and a little warmer. And I probably know where a few extra pieces of wood and whatnot I could throw in there to make it hot as hell, because that's where you belong. I'm out, guys. Love you all, except you pedophilers. Do the right thing and take care of your people, man.